at the position, and Lachey back playing some good ball. Here is Johnson's first touch. He stood up. At second interception on Brosmer on the season, and a nice toss it. Johnson called him the Swiss Army knife of this defense. Johnson, nowhere to go, and yet he makes something out of nothing. Kaleb Johnson. Sullivan, handoff. It is Johnson on first down. Defense that got great reps a year ago to help give them comfortability. Johnson back in there, misdirection on the pitch.
To make it third manageable.
Handoff, Johnson.
Play a couple yards.
Johnson said the change in his mentality, he wants to. Johnson, motion. It is a throw. McNamara sets up the screen. Johnson, nowhere to go.
Get some chunk plays out of their passing game.
We'll see if Kaleb Johnson can break one. That's a good start. Johnson to the outside. And they just hand it off. Johnson up the middle.
Beat man to man.
Toss it. Johnson looking to chew up the yards himself. Johnson goes for 20 yards on first down. Now Johnson looking to bounce it to the outside. He does. Down the sideline, Johnson tonight, and they do hand it to him. Johnson using his blocking. Johnson finds the space. Get it to him on the pitch here. Second down run. Johnson up. Instead they hand it. Johnson. Stutter step move. Johnson breaks away. Kaleb Johnson down the sideline. He's
far in the third quarter.
And they're going to get it right back to him. Johnson, these trophy games can have some wacky moments in this third quarter, and they will run it again.
In Minnesota, we're playing for the Vikings.
Well, Kaleb Johnson might be playing at the next level very soon.
Kaleb Johnson, left side. They'll keep it on the ground. Who's going to come up and lead the way for Johnson? Toss sweep, Kaleb Johnson. State rival, Iowa State, earlier this year. Kaleb McNamara out to Kaleb Johnson in the flat. Kaleb Johnson hasn't been able to break one yet, and he won't this time either. Kaleb Johnson trying to go wide. Got a block from his tight end and got it. McNamara throws it to Kaleb. And they'll keep it on the ground. Kaleb target. That was the motion man there. And first down, a big first down. Now Kaleb Johnson trying to get something going, and there he goes. They're going to feed him again, and he's met right in the way. Kaleb, but 28 of that came on one carry. He's got another one.
You know what? Go where you are really wanted. He knew Coach Ferentz for many years. Iowa ended up to be the perfect fit, guys.
Kaleb Johnson's going to trot in with a touch.
First and 10, they turn the wrong way. Eventually gets the pitch. Second down 11. Johnson again met at the line. Kaleb Johnson has negative 1 yard or two, just like he did in Philly. And off. He takes it off the right side. Stratton out of the backfield. Ball back. As he's Johnson. Kaleb Johnson gap off the different. They come right back. Result. Thank you, Reggie. Kaleb Johnson. No completion since the halfway point of the first quarter. That's what they want to have. Kaleb Johnson down the near side. Kaleb Johnson. Kaleb Johnson stood up, still fighting. I think he has 41 yards. Tries the left side, strung out. Out of the backfield, Kaleb Johnson. Breaking tackles, moving defenders, and still going. Kaleb Johnson. Sprint for the end zone. That he will win.
As much time as you can for Dylan Raiola in the offense.
Toss. Kaleb Johnson. Kaleb Johnson.